On this episode of Make or Break, Josh Wigley, the master mechanic, is going to throw the car back together. Top arms, lower arms, aluminium uprights, throw the exhaust on, make sure everything fits the new exhaust and fit lots of other parts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the front clam on, the rear clam on, you're going to do the wheels, you're going to get the wheels back on, you're going to get the wheels arrived, we've sent the discs, the pads, the brakes, the suspension off, it's going to be mental. And then we're going to put it back together and send it off for a valet.
I'm going to do all of that in the past.
Let's do it. All happening down here, and as you've seen in the majority of this video, this car is going back together, but I'm about to blow your mind. I'm about to make you very happy. I'm very tired. Josh has been on this for absolute hours. Deadline is really approaching fast, and we are really struggling. Let me show you what Josh has been up to.
Why did you have to set a deadline that was only a few weeks?
Because I'm an idiot.
You are an idiot.
Thanks.
So, it's been a few days since I've hit record. All I've really been doing is sanding, ex-primering, painting, repeat. The last you saw, I was taking the manifolds to be cleaned up and ceramic coated. They should be back in a couple of days, hopefully. Middle of next week, the latest. So we'll have them back ready to go back on. In those boxes over there is some nice shiny new bits that Sam provided while he was away. He's currently on the way home, I think, from SEMA Motor Show in Vegas, where I'm hoping that he's managed to go to an O'Reilly's or somewhere like that, and got some manifold gaskets, new coil leads, new rotor arm, new dizzy cap, those sorts of bits and pieces. Because as much as they were okay, rather than try and get everything clean, we're just going to replace it with new stuff. Because over there, none of it's very dear. It's just a 350 Chevy. They've got stuff on the shelf for those everywhere. As far as the rear end's concerned, I'm not doing too much to it at the moment because we're going to get it all cleaned and detailed, all the engine gearbox. We're going to get everything sort of blasted off and cleaned and detailed. And we've got some new bits to go on. So until I've got everything back here and I know what we've got and what we can replace, I'm not going to do too much else other than what you can see already. I've taken the rear brace arms off. They are currently in paint, drying at the moment. Obviously the top and bottom arms and the rear hubs are off, the drive shaft's off. That's kind of all I'm going to do at the moment. And pouring with rain now. It's been lovely all evening. Now all of a sudden I've hit record and it's decided to pour with rain. Brilliant. So yeah, the back end is about as far apart as it's going to get. As for the front is starting to look like it might be a car again. I was having a bit of trouble trying to find poly bushes. And as it would happen, the best place to get them from was Ultima themselves. So I phoned them up and just said, look, I'm after some information about a car that we're doing. Need to try and sort of figure out what the trackward ends are, what the rack was, and where I can buy any parts for the car. Poly bushes, any arms or bushes that we need, ball joints, rose joints, them sort of things. And the guy on the phone was really, really helpful. He just said, oh, brilliant. Here's our email address. Send us your chassis number and a few other details about the car, which Sam did. He said, and we can supply you with any part. We still make parts for these cars. We have most of it in-house and in stock. So we'll be able to get you a quote together and send it all to you within the next few days. Just here is a box from Ultima with every single poly bush that I need. For all the top and bottom arms on every corner, just ready to go. As you can see here, I've already got some pressed in. This front end is just mocked up for the purpose of keeping everything all sort of in together and making sure I don't lose any of the bolts. We've got new shocks hopefully coming, and we've also got new brakes coming. There was nothing really wrong with the brakes, I don't think, but it'd be nice to have some nice new ones and more shiny bits. The wheels are currently off, being repainted. We've got some brand new tyres going to be put on them, so the next time you see the wheels, they'll be all lovely and shiny and they'll have nice new tyres, which is great. All I've really got left to do on the front now, as opposed with regards to disassembly, is I just want to take the hoses, the feed hoses that you can see here. They need to be taken off. New hoses put on, new Jubilee clips put on, because we've got this weird problem with the Jubilee clips where they're all rusty and they all break. Other than that, We've got all new alley panelling to be riveted back on. The rack's ready to go back in. It's got new ends, new rack gators. It's sort of there really. All of the arms are all cleaned up, etch primed, painted, and all the new poly bushes are going in. So by the time Sam gets back, suspension wise, all of the arms are going to be ready to refit, which is brilliant. So hopefully, before too long, this rather sorry looking shell of an Ultima will be rolling again, which is great because I can really do with my pit back. I'm really looking forward to getting it back together. We're not going to do massive amounts more to it. It doesn't really want a lot. It's in really quite good shape. We've got to sort out the radiator. The radiator is going to go off and be recored because as much as it didn't leak or anything like that, we don't know how good it is. We don't know whether it's blocked up. We don't know whether it's corroded inside. And you're relying an awful lot on a wing and a prayer if you don't just go, sod it, we'll just pay the little bit of money and we'll get the radiator redone. It'd be a really, really bad day if we didn't. We went out for a test drive in it and it overheated and we caused problems for ourselves. So that's my opinion. What about you, Captain Costcutter? What do you think? He agrees. Yeah, we're getting there. Sorry I didn't film any of the cleaning and the painting of the bottom arms and the top arms. The fans that we took off we're going to reuse. There's nothing wrong with them. I've just cleaned them all up. As you can see, they're all nice, shiny and good again. I've got the tedious job of alley panelling. It's a job that I'm not looking forward to. It's very painstaking and slow. But it will make the car look an awful lot better because the alley panelling that was on there is very cruddy. Whereas we've got all new alley panelling, all cut to size, ready to go in. So yeah, over the next couple of days, I should hopefully be able to get the brakes all plumbed back up, get the steering rack in, start doing all of my boring alley panelling. You all already thinking about it? Oh, or more because it's 9:30 at night. Yeah, we're getting there.
Josh has been smashing it out of the park. We promised you 30 to 40 minute videos and we are delivering every step of the way. But we needed some parts.
Is that 30 to 40 minutes or 30 to 40 minute videos?
Incremental minute videos, I like that.
30 to 40 of them.
Well, Mr. Wiggly on this episode is throwing this car back together, but there are some parts that were missing and they were not available overnight in England. So what I did was I jumped on a plane. I flew all the way to Florida. I got some bits that we needed very, very quickly.
Specifically just to do that?
No, I bought some stuff for the Dodge and I filmed some stuff that I didn't need to. And yeah, so I'm going to pass you some stuff and you can show the camera.
Peoples.
First of all,
So what you bought me?
we have exhaust manifold gaskets.
The wrong ones and also the right ones.
Well, I got both because you've got a circular in and a square.
So with 350 Chevys, there's two different types of heads. You get round ported heads and you get square ported heads. So to be safe, he bought both of them, widened them up.
Clever boy.
Very
Right.
clever boy.
HT leads, just because we like shiny stuff, and they are in a Lello.
Ah, Lello.
I got them in Lello.
Ooh. Did you check?
No, didn't open the box. Not that crazy.
It's a long way to return them.
There you go, Lello, cool.
Lello.
Then I got you a thermostat housing and a thermostat because a lot of people get and when the thermostat housing has bolts too,
Yes.
which I thought you'd be a happy bunny about.
Yes.
Then I got you some spark plugs of the spark plug variety.
Lovely. Are they right?
Yep, they're going to be fine.
And are they left?
They're right and left, yeah. Okay, now. I like it a lot. Then I got you a nice shiny red MSD Dizzy Cap.
Distributor
top.
cap.
Yep. Then I got you some intake
Lovely.
manifold bolts with a actual socket for it, which I thought would make you very happy.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
They're going to be better than the ones that I took off because they were nasty.
Got you a filter of the oil variety.
Lovely.
And second but not least, I got you a filter of the air filter variety because I thought that nice shiny bit on the top would look lovely.
Yeah.
Right. Then.
That's the third last, by the way.
Oh,
Something
further,
else
I
that
got something
getting.
special, yes.
This is very good.
It's special. And then I got you some intake manifold gaskets just in case we go down the route of taking the intake manifold off. I thought this would be very helpful.
Okay.
Just in case. If not, we've got them.
No, can't use them now, they're bent.
They're stored under B1N. Right. And then, Mr. Wiggly, I got something else a little bit special.
Yes.
And I sent them to you and you unpacked them.
Yeah, and
What we
I've
got?
been doing my best to hide them. So every time I've been filming, I've been having to take them off.
I like that.
I'm trying to mock up some brackets and bits and bobs, and I can't because I can't film any of it.
But the car is absolutely minging. So we're working hopefully with a YouTuber coming up shortly. We're going to be detailing the car. There's no guarantee, so we'll keep that under wraps. If not, we'll be cleaning it and ice blasting it ourselves. But we have something very shiny and something very exciting that we've got for you. Do you want to go get it?
I'll get some of it. There's lots of
Let's
it.
get some of it. So these Ultimas originally came with a steel exhaust that was powder coated.
Yes.
And I thought that looked pretty ugly. The manifolds, I think we can reuse. I think the manifolds are definitely reusable. But then on the eBays the other day, Mr. Wiggly, this came up for sale.
It's very cool.
So this is an Ultima GTR Magnaflow exhaust. Like, look at these welds down here. It's absolutely freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
It's pretty though, right?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
But we've got this, and we've got the joining pipe too. So what this does is it allows the exhaust pipes to be rerouted into two of these exhaust pipes, which is nice and pretty. And these can go either side. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you on the screen is what this will actually look like mocked up.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. So we've got our new stainless steel exhaust. Also, we've sent our manifolds off, which we're going to get back today, to a guy called Rod. So don't worry about listening to Sam. It was actually Roy's Vapor Blasting. Ron's Vapor Blasting. So he does vapor blasting and powder coating. So we're going to go pick up the manifolds. They needed some welds because there was holes in them. We did assume that they were a bit corroded.
The holes that were supposed to be in them are not the holes you was talking about.
No. They were rotten between two of the actual branches on the manifold.
It wasn't just like there's a big hole in the end.
No. So we've got the manifolds come back. They've been done silver to match this. I know it's not going to be a perfect match, but it will still match up with our hubs.
Orange or pink or something.
So let's stop talking and let's see what Josh has thrown back together.
Yeah, let's
go.
Once the aluminium is all back in and the radiator's back, the front end is pretty much all ready to go back together. Bar, shocks, brakes, wheels, which I'm still waiting for. But they should be here anytime, well, hopefully next week. One corner done, on to the next one. Just like that. 2 corners. Just like that. The little list of things that are on the floor waiting to go back on the car is very small now. Because we've got new brakes and new shocks, those brakes and shocks are defunct. So those calipers realistically, but there's no point taking them off yet. Just in case. Looking like a car again. So this is one of our rear hubs. As you can see, it's very yucky. So I'm just going to work with die grinder with a sandy, dremely end on it, and a good old-fashioned wire brush on the drill. See if we can get this clean enough to go back on the car. Yum. Look at that! How much better is that? So, there you go. Little flick of silver over it just to even it all off, because it is a little bit ripply here and there. And that'll be it. That's the last of the steering and suspension components that I've got here. All cleaned. Getting there. Time to put the back together. Bit of paint. Bit of scuffing up. It's okay. Right, so now Sam's managed to hop off all the way to America and buy me some new parts for his engine. I'm gonna whip these plugs out, put a nice new set in. Ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
Open it.
Open one of the boxes. Yum. One very black spark plug. One side done.
So when we originally ran this engine up, it ran really well. It revs up perfectly fine. Sounds like it's going to produce good power. But we did notice that it was low on coolant. As soon as we put coolant in it, we had a leak on our thermostat housing. They're quite common to leak. They're made of aluminium. They're not particularly high quality part. And it's developed a crack straight across the top of the body. So while he was in America, Sam bought a nice new one, as you saw earlier. I believe actually it's a new box. It does. So we're going to just remove this top hose and replace the thermostat and thermostat housing. Just like that. Lovely. But look, we have some alley panelling in the front. My new favourite tool, electronic rivet gun. We've got one piece in. I've got another piece to put in underneath, another piece to put in underneath back here. I can't do that until we've got the wheels back. I don't actually know when they're coming back. I think we're waiting on some tyres. I think we may replace some of these, but we can't replace all of them because a couple of them run through the body of the car and it's more hassle than it's worth to change them. There's nothing wrong with them. Sam just decided that he wanted to get new ones. Got to refit the steering rack properly because at the moment it's uncoupled on the knuckle. There's not a massive amount left to do on the front after that. The radiator is being reconned, so then once that's back we can get that refitted. And yeah, got some 6 steel wheels. That's simply so that I can get it rolling if I need to. Yeah. Next port of call will be replacing the distributor cap and the leads. We bought yellow leads, oil filter, oil, and then start going through replacing some of these Jubilee clips. One of them fuel pumps needs replacing, and these filler necks need replacing. We need to try and get hold of somebody from a hose company to get us to remake some of those because that is very perished. Look at that. Yeah, and maybe a new V-belt, just because while we're here, it makes sense. Sorry about the glare. So yeah, another little couple of jobs done. We're getting there, slowly.
Right, so I've just been to collect the manifold, the headers. Sorry about the rain, not a lot I can do about it. They are back, as you can see, we've had them all ceramic coated now, in silver, looking pretty, nice, better than they were. I'm not going to bolt them on with gaskets or anything like that just yet, because we want to get some cleaning done on the engine. But for the purpose of being able to mock up the new exhaust, which you saw a little bit of, I'm just going to bolt them up to the engine on a few bolts so that I can get them in place, because the exhausts that we've got now are obviously quite a lot different to the old exhausts. So I need to make some new mounting brackets. There's an oil catch can breather that I've got to move, and I can't move that until I've got the exhaust situated and I know what space I've got. So yeah, just gonna bolt these on roughly, get them in the right place, and I can start mocking up the exhaust and find out what mounting points I can put where, and then take it all back off again so that it can all be clean. But at least then we know that once I've got it all mocked up, once it's all been cleaned, then it's just a matter of bolting them on in place, and I know that everything's going to line up and be perfectly fine. So, yeah.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums.
I am a mechanic, not a carpenter, but there's only one way of getting this car to the ballots, which is imperative to have this car ready for Christmas. So we are going to put pieces of wood in where the shock absorbers are just to get it rolling. Let's do it. Josh has got all the front suspension back together, and we've had to put these pieces of wood in where the shock absorbers are because we've got a surprise coming for the shock absorbers. Our brakes are also missing, so they're at the amazing guys at EBC Brakes. Hopefully they're going to be back shortly too. The front is all painted, it's all been zinc coated and then painted too. New bushes, new aluminium panelling. As you can see, the car is still absolutely disgusting. Look at that. Can't clean it, leave it alone. Look at this. These are our manifolds that have come back from Roy's Vapor Blast, and they're absolutely stunning and also completely coated. Our new exhaust, which I bought off of eBay, look at that. We are really starting to bring this car into the 21st century, aren't we, Josh?
I think it's looking better and better every day. I love the wooden shocks.
Oh, shocking. These have all been painted as well and also zinc coated. So all our upper and lower arms, drive shafts have been painted, new CV boots, new upper and lower bushes as well. These wooden pieces in here are just to make the vehicle mobile, because this car, guys, on the next episode is going off to be fully detailed. All that grime, all that dirt, all that mildew is going down to a friend of mine at Otterbourne, and it's going to be fully... Leave it alone! Leave it alone!
Everyone down the camera keeps saying that it's not that dirty.
Leave it alone.
It is that dirty.
So it's going to go down to the detailers, which we're going to film a full video on. The concern is not only that my hair's bad, you should see his, but this car has to be ready in like 2 weeks, and it's not at the minute. We've got a lot of work to cut out to be done. Josh has never missed a deadline yet, have you?
No, we've had what, 3, 4 cars? You think? It was about this time 2 years ago that I did the first Lamborghini replica of yours. That had to be ready by Christmas. It was ready by Christmas. Then we did the Diablo for petrolheadonism.
Yeah.
That was ready by petrolhedonism.
Yeah.
The Murcielago for underground.
You nailed it. Every step of the way. I have the utmost faith in him. Let's get this car back together. We got the wooden in for our shock absorbers. We're going to get the wheels on. We'll get the front and rear clams back on. It's going to be loaded onto a truck. Then it's going to go to the detailer. So on the next video, on this video, you're going to see me now throwing a montage together of Josh throwing everything back together. We're going to load it on the truck. Then we're going to go to the detailers. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek to the detail, and then we're going to see you next week. So I'm back here at the amazing wheel specialist to collect my wheels for the Ultima. The car has got to be done for Christmas Eve, and knowing these guys are going to nail it to the wall and deliver on such a high standard, it's important that we get it. Let's go inside and let's go check out how the wheels are. Let's get to it. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, stop. Forgot to breathe then. Wow. So we've got, what colour's that called?
Satin anthracite.
Satin anthracite. So we've got that real original McLaren F1 look there. And having the bolts done in the silver just really sets them apart. It makes them stand out. I mean, oh, I've never been so excited. This is the first time I've seen the tyres that Nankang sent us. So thank you to Nankang too. But thank you to the wheel specialists. We appreciate everything they've done. Now to get these wheels back on our scabby, disgusting, minging Ultima. If you want your wheels done and you want them done perfect, you may find a guy around the corner who's have a go handy, but they'll never be to the world class that Wheel Specialist is. Come and check them out. I'll put the link in the bio below. You won't be disappointed. Massive thanks to them. Let's go get these wheels back on the car. Oh my God, it is cold out there. Oh my God, Josh, you've been a busy boy.
Yeah, you right?
Wow. So you got the wheels on?
About 10:30, 11:15. Yeah, but I made this little small cock up with the wheels, but we'll worry about that later.
That's a problem. That's not a problem. We have solutions in this camp.
It's on, it's rolling.
You've got the exhaust back off, so the manifolds are off, which allows the guys at the detailing company to detail the engine and gearbox fully and get this proper cleaned.
Looks ugly again now, though, doesn't it?
It does look ugly again. You know, the exhaust really made it. I'm excited, actually, to be honest with you. Next thing is we've got the front clam on. Sorry, You got the front clam on, you got the wheels on, you got it all sorted because you're a lovely man.
I did. Our suspension that we've got wants changing, because ever since we put these on, I tried it and it wouldn't start.
Oh, Joshua Wigley, can you keep to fixing cars?
I can't help
comedian?
it. I can't help it.
Right, let's throw the body back on.
Yeah, let's give me a hand.
Yes, I'll give you a hand.
That one I got on my own, that was fine, but the back one is a bit more awkward.
The back one is going to need a good scrub. I can't believe you're using my petrol hedonism banner as a dust sheet. Look at that.
It was just literally while I was painting.
I'm only joking.
Just to stop any overspray.
Right, let's do this. So the priorities of taking this car to detail is not to get it perfect, but to get it super, super clean. So when the stickers go on for my plan that's coming up, it's going to blow your mind. I think we're going to lay it on first. What are they?
They were your exhaust mounts.
Oh.
Which we don't need anymore.
Fair enough. Right, let's roll it forward slightly.
And then do lifties.
And then you let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, all together now.
I've been ready since 7:30 this morning when I was waiting for you.
Right, we'll rest that in. Right, what are we stuck on?
I don't know. I can't see.
Ready? There we go. Right. Okay. It will hurt us in the face, but it's on.
That's fine.
Right, I'm going to throw the bolts in underneath quickly. Throw these nuts in.
Yeah, well, I'm currently a wheel chock.
Okay, you're a wheel chock. Thank you. Oh, it's very moist down here.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, and the groundwater likes to come up. I need to try and sort that, but I've been a bit busy with an Ultima.
Well, that went. But that is our front and our rear clam completely mounted, our exhaust off, and the car is going for a valet. So guys, thanks for watching this episode on Make or Break. On the next episode on Make or Break, we're going to have probably the most intrusive, vulnerable, violating valet you have ever seen in your life. Together, we're going to load it on the truck, and then we're going to go to the detailers, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek to the detail, and then we're going to see you next week. Guys, thanks for watching. Josh has worked his arse off, so thanks for all the lovely comments out there. And all you douchebags that are making horrible comments, you can go away. We don't appreciate it. If you don't want to watch.
Mind, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Okay, everyone's entitled to be a douchebag, including me. Guys, we are not taking this car to Santa Claus in London in this state. This car is now going to be detailed, hence it's loaded up on the truck. It's got no brakes, no calipers, no shocks, no brake fluid, and it's still pretty minging. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and then the bell button, so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.